Big shout to okjersey.com. Scan the QR code below and actually go to the link below to get affordable football shirts from all the European leagues, including the English clubs, all of them, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, City, Spurs, Chelsea, all of them, of course, are all there. You can get the current ones, past seasons, and also some absolute gems out there, vintage ones, and actually very affordable football shirts, high quality, like the one I'm wearing right here. It is very simple to get one. Let me show you how. You go to the website. It's very simple. You click on the Premier League, pick the club you want. For me, I pick Newcastle, for example. You go there, you will find all the current ones, training ones as well. You add whatever you want to the cart. Of course, check the sizes, add a patch, add to cart, but also never forget, as it says below, scan the QR code and put the code JUDGE in the checkout to get 8% discount. It's that easy. Just go to the website, check the football shirt you want. You will not regret it. Now, let's get back to our stream. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. Arsenal are on injury crisis, of course, with all the three strikers out, of course, Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus, and, of course, now Victor Gyökeres, of course. ESPN UK are taking the piss, comparing him to Mickey van der Ven. Was absolutely nuts, actually, yesterday. A professional, a professional channel like ESPN are just doing that. It's just, they're rage baiting Arsenal fans. Chelsea, we got Jaco here. Don might not be able to join us as he's a little bit busy at work, of course. Chelsea draw to Qarabag in the Champions League, which is, well, it's a good result, a point away from home for Chelsea. Very, very good result. Arsenal are actually now being tipped to win the double, which is actually crazy by some people. There's only Bayern out there that is better than them. Barcelona lost. Everyone is actually... Why are you laughing? Really, by the way, you haven't seen the news? People are saying that Arsenal are equipped to win the double, the Premier League and the Champions League.
Me?
It's not my words. These are the words of the pundits.
No, I'm not doing this with y'all. So I'm not doing this with y'all. It's so early.
What I believe actually that Arsenal can win it, right? It's all about the focus. It's the Champions League stuff, but Man City did it when they didn't win the Champions League and the Premier League before, but they did it. I don't see a reason why Arsenal can do it apart from injury crisis or something. I'm being completely honest. Like, I think that the way Arsenal play football, by the way, it's so equipped to actually be consistent. I don't think that Arsenal have hit actually the gears yet, especially offensively, because Odegaard is not there yet. Saka's not up to the the level that we have seen him over the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Like, you still have a lot of injury. Eucharist isn't even embedded in the team yet. And then, so I don't see why, by the way. But listen, there is Liverpool as well. Wirtz is finding his way. Man City versus Liverpool playing on Sunday. I think that will knock someone out of the title race. Sam will be joining us, of course, guys, in a bit. Cam will be joining us to talk United, who can break into the top 4. We got Jaco here, he's like wearing sunglasses, Chelsea fan. Made claims that Chelsea will challenge for the title, but that's for a different story. How are you, Jess? How's everybody?
You know, I'm relaxed. I'm
You're chilling.
I'm chilling. You know, I'm trying to just be in the shadows. It's a lot going on right now.
You're not in the shadows. You know that Arsenal. You know, every time I'm opening my timeline, there is Arsenal talk. Right?
Well, because I mean, we're the main character, but I need to be in the shadows. I don't want to say too much, but we're doing good right now. I think the Sunderland game, oddly, is a huge game just because they've been playing well. They've taken some points off of big teams. So, and we're not in the best health. I know we have a deep squad, but like you already said, we have lots of injuries. So
I don't think deep squad up top, because I'm looking at the lineup that can start. It will be Merino, Trossard, and Saka. There is no other way around it, right?
Yeah, there really isn't. It's nobody's back. So yeah, it's just get the win and get out. But this is a huge weekend because somebody is going to drop points. Liverpool.
Somebody's out. Somebody's going to get out of the race. Yes.
So I'm like, this is big. As long as we don't mess up, this should be good. So
I don't think Arsenal are going to mess up, to be honest with you.
But you looking at it from like a outsider view. Every time I talk to Arsenal fans, I'm like, we're really traumatized. Like, genuinely, as a fan base, like, we're scared of everything. I'm seeing people like, we might lose to Brighton. We might lose to Burnley. We might lose to Slavia Prague. Like, we're actually traumatized. So I get it from your perspective, but I think some people are just waiting to see, like, if the other shoe drops. But we look really good right now. So, yeah, I have no complaints. Just get to the international break and get some guys back. That's where we're at.
Yeah, you need some of the front line back. Guys, hit that like button, people. What is saying? Big up. Thank you, Jess, for saying my front 3 is best. I don't know what he's talking about. That's a Bayern Munich fan. What did you say?
Yeah, I said Bayern's front 3 is the best in Europe right now. I stand by that.
Who are the front 3? Gnabry?
No, Luis Diaz, Kane.
Kane. But they're not tested like this every week, though.
They're not tested, but they are top of the Champions League, and they've played Chelsea and PSG. So it's not like they played all bums.
Chelsea defense is whack. PSG defense looked absolutely. But I'm not saying Harry Kane is absolutely. I think Harry Kane is currently one of the best players in the world. Currently, you want to. Yeah. But if you're at Bayern versus Arsenal, the next game, who would you pick to win?
I mean, I feel like we can win. Obviously, yes. I just don't feel like First of all, what is our front 3? What is our front 3?
It will be.
We don't have like a secured front 3 right now. But when I look at theirs, it's well balanced. All of them are playing at. You could make a good argument for Elise being the best right winger in the world right now, on form. Again, when I say right now, I'm saying on form. Luis Diaz has more GA than Vinny Jr. and Leao and all these guys that people love so much. Rafinha's had injuries, so we'll put him to the side, but he has more GA. And Kane is really, like, outside of Holland, is kind of like that guy. So I'm like, I feel like it's just there, but that can change when players come back. But like PSG, their players are in and out. We don't know what City are really looking like yet, so it can change. But right now, I feel like it's a big I'm actually happy that Luis Diaz is going to miss our game.
Like, for me, I'm looking at this and I'm like, if Arsenal win that game at the Emirates, you're sending a statement. That's a message for everybody around in the world, to be honest with you. Especially after Chelsea, like, they played well for 20 minutes against Bayern and then they completely, like, collapsed. Right? Defensive mistakes and stuff like this. Arsenal don't have a lot of mistakes in them. The only team in Europe now that if I'm playing, I'm like a little bit more scared of them are Arsenal. And the reason why, it is very hard to score against them, to create a chance. It is not about, you can defend against Arsenal. I believe that you can defend against Arsenal. The problem is, are you going to be able to create anything to win the game? That is the problem. to be honest. And if I'm looking at what Arteta built, to be honest with you, and how people talk about it, it's crazy, actually. How year after year, the defense is getting stronger, not weaker, right? When people keep saying, and that's the foundation. You see Pep Guardiola trying to do the same thing as Arteta when with compact, structured, and all this stuff. It's all about the attack. And I don't think Saka's haven't even hit the ground running yet. Come back from the injury. He's a little bit slower, right? In the games. He's not like Saka of old. Gyökeres, he had 6 goals. But listen, to be honest with you, the midfield is a big deal. Zubamendi and Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice has hit highs. I'm not sure if he can improve, right?
Listen, let's rewind. Because we had this conversation last week. And I told you that if we win anything, our player of the season might just be Declan Rice. And just a week later, everybody's Declan Rice. I know one thing I know about my team. About my team. It wasn't just. It's not just.
By the way, I'm not changing my opinion. As a DM, I'm still picking Caicedo as a DM, as a pure number 6 lone.
They're not even playing the same positions anymore.
I love that because because when I say that, people say no, Declan Rice is a DM. No, he's not. He's not. He's not. They're not the same position. Caicedo plays a DM. Declan Rice is a number 8, scoring goals, going forward. Zubamendi is the DM for it. Jacob, why are you sitting in the shadows, Roski?
I'm just listening right now, man. I'm just listening. I don't have any chess after yesterday. I don't know how we don't pick up points. I'm looking at the manager and I'm asking him, what was the tactics? Why do we need special tactics to go against a team I never heard in the first place?
Wins titles better than Arteta. That's what Chelsea fans told me. Bro, the problem is Chelsea fans, you guys are not going to get away with this. You guys told us that Maresca is better than Arteta because he wins trophies.
I don't even know where Baku is. I don't even know where that is. I can't even point it out on the map. So at this point, I'm just here for the ride. I want to see what happens. I want them to shock me.
Who? Chelsea? Chelsea are not going to shock you, Brisky.
They're so inconsistent. That's like the one word you can use to describe Chelsea so far this season is inconsistent. You just literally don't know what you're going to get. And where they have I feel like they're kind of like their fan base where they really get up with like lots of chest in big games. They just flatter to deceive in games that they're meant to be winning. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And you can't trust your squad guys. You literally need your best 11, I think, to get any sort of consistency.
We're gonna have Cam here. I made a statement 2 years ago, and I said that even though Man United were ahead of Chelsea on the table when Chelsea were 6 and stuff, I said that on the pitch when I'm watching Chelsea versus Manchester United, I thought that Chelsea looked better on the pitch, and people clowned me. People said, "No, you don't know." And fast forward, Chelsea finished ahead of United, and United sacked Ten Hag, and United had one of the worst seasons ever. To be honest with you, if I'm looking at Chelsea now, apart from the big games that Maresca coaches, I actually think that Man United, if I'm looking at the trajectory, because also the signings, I think Man United look like the trajectory is better than Chelsea. I genuinely believe that.
That's actually so dark. I can't believe you just said that because hate Man United.
I truly believe this. When I'm watching Chelsea, there are some games that are very good. I know we moved on from Arsenal a little bit. We'll go back to it. Sam is going to be here in a bit and Cam. But if I'm looking, and I'm being completely honest here, when I said that, people told me I'm an idiot. Oh, you don't know. If you look at how Man United under Amorim, how consistent, even though you're saying that the team is not consistent, over the last 3 games in the beginning of the season, the way they played against Arsenal, they got smashed against City, but they had position. And they created some chances in the beginning of the game. And Mbeumo missed a couple of chances. If you look at Chelsea and under Enzo Maresca is a good coach. But you know the difference between him and the likes of Arteta and the is consistency in the game plan. I sat down on the football terrace yesterday. Arteta, regardless of who he plays, if he plays Brentford, similar to Bayern, similar to Liverpool, the structure and the plan is the same. The commitment from the players are the same. If I look at Chelsea, for example, Maresca would coach a big game and at the big game look good, right? But you get the smaller teams And everyone is all over the place. Yesterday, I saw Qarabag attack, and there's 5 Chelsea players that are not trying to come back to actually help the defense. They're not trying. They're just standing still. Why? I'm not sure if it's they think they are bigger than the games. Some of the games against like who the game the team they lost to, Sunderland, or the team they lost to 2-1. You watch some of them. Estevão lost the ball, and he's not even trying to get the ball back. Would you compare that to Nwaneri winning 2-0 against Burnley? They lose the ball from the corner that you guys played, Arsenal, and I see 7 players sprinting back to get into position to prevent the opposition from creating something. That is commitment. That is coaching as well. That is the difference between Chelsea and Manchester United and Arsenal. I think Man United, the trajectory is higher. And if Chelsea don't have a structure that is consistent, I believe that Man United can finish above them on the table. And that would be so dark, by the way.
That's very dark. It's the
and I truly believe this, by the way. I'm not saying this for... I was like holding that opinion until I see Man United, because even Man United drew to first. Man United in that game still didn't look awful, by the way. They didn't look terrible. They missed a lot of chances. They could have scored a winner, by the way. Chelsea, you look at them. They play Liverpool. They look good, up to the game, They play Bayern in the first 20 minutes. They play PSG. They look good, right? They go and play Sunderland, complacent. They go and play Brentford. They were the better team, but then they were complacent at the end. So that's why the problem is with... I'm going to say the last thing. The problem with Chelsea is that, when they play Arsenal, I'm telling you, they're going to have a good game at Stamford Bridge. You know what? They're going to be up for it, adrenaline rush. They're going to be, oh my God, the London Derby. We cannot lose to these guys. You do the game after. Similar to what happened to Wolves. 4-1 up. Wolves almost brought it back. 4-4 in the cup. It's complacency. And I think that it comes from the manager as well, and the hierarchy and everyone, the coaching staff. That is the problem, to be honest with you. I don't know what people think about this, but if Man United look like better than you,
I actually saw a clip from somebody like maybe a day ago, and I was like, damn, this is, for them to even speak this way, it's dark. Seeing Man United fans actually say that they feel like their squad is just as good, if not better, than Chelsea's, and they're saying it with chest. I was like, well, let me look over here real quick. Let me actually do a little research. I was like, I don't think they're fully off. I think just because you spend a lot of money doesn't mean those players are that great. I'm really looking at it like, how much better is Delap than Sesko? How much better is he? How much better? We know Bruno Fernandes has a lot of quality, and Bumo, Cunha, literally better than Garnacho, Gittins, these guys. It's dark. Having these conversations is dark, I feel like, for Chelsea. And obviously they play Wolves this weekend, so they should be winning. But do we know for sure that they're gonna win? It's a little bit of a lot, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm here for the conversations because they don't involve me for now.
You are completely different. Jacob, do you think Man United can finish ahead of you?
Hell no. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know if y'all been day drinking, but I'll tell y'all right now, they're not finishing above us. I understand.
Where is that confidence coming from?
Looks a little weird because, I know my team, bro. I'm not worried about Man United. I'm not even worried about making a Champions League, bro. What I'm looking at right now is my defense. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the defense, and I'm looking at my most experienced defenders being my weakest defenders. I don't get how that happens. I don't get how Josh Chimpong is our strongest defender in the lineup right now. I understand Fofana because he's always been promising, but he's injury prone. The same thing with Lavia. I felt so bad when I saw Lavia came off the pitch yesterday. It was shocking because, we need him back. He is one of the, I'm not even going to say, he is one of the best midfielders in the world when he's healthy. I'm not even worried about, him when he's healthy. But the thing is, he just needs at least, can I get 10 games out of him in a season? And
are Chelsea fans still begging Lavia to be fit? What is this?
All this when we're fit. It's like, if there's been anything consistent is that that Reece James is going to get injured, Fofana is going to get injured, and Lavia is going to be a sick note the entire season. Those players are not going to be fit. They're just not.
Reece James hasn't been injured since last year. We've gotten a full season worth games out of him. So we've been working on our injuries. We have been working on our injuries. The manager has gotten a system now where he could start to get some of the more injury-prone players out of the gates. Right now, what we're trying to do is get the rest of them all up to speed, but it's a process. It's a process, you know, just like how you guys, you know, we're trying to win the Prem for like 5 years now. It's a process. So it takes time. I'm not going to act like everything is just going to happen overnight. Yes, we spend a lot of money, but you can see what we spend the money on, a project.
Injuries is not a process. Injuries is not a process. Injuries are not a process. Like, I get it.
Getting players out of being injury prone is a process, though. It's not.
Well, if you're injury prone, you're injury prone.
Snap a wave a wall.
If you're injury prone, you're injury prone. Like, it's not a process.
I missed everything, but I'm guessing we're talking about Lavia.
No, I said that Man United. I'm gonna go back to this conversation. I said that I think that Man United have a better trajectory now than Chelsea. I just said that. We'll go to that conversation. I want to go back to the Arsenal talk. What happened yesterday after the win against Slavia Prague and keeping clean sheets? Arsenal, the only team actually, if I'm not mistaken, that keep clean sheet in every single game in the Champions League currently. In between Liverpool and City, if you want someone to chase you, Jess, which one?
Out of who? City?
Liverpool and City.
Probably Liverpool. I'd prefer Liverpool to be chasing us than City.
So you don't trust Liverpool to have it clicking with them?
It's not that I don't trust them to click. It's just we know what City are like. They know what City are like. They've never gone into a title race and actually had them on their heels from start to finish and actually won. They know. We all know. I'd much rather Liverpool, but that's not to say, because I know what you're trying to do. You try to get me to say something that I'm not trying to say that I would not be concerned if Liverpool were.
If Liverpool win away at the Etihad, that's a worry for you, to be honest.
I'd be worried, but I just feel like we've lived the City nightmare multiple times. So, you know.
You think City are more dangerous than Liverpool? The problem is the conversation have changed. Everyone was worried more about Liverpool than actually City in the beginning of the season. And now people are worried about City because Foden is scoring goals now. Shirky is playing. The defense is tighter, is better. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I don't know if...
But it's uncertain right now because we're just hitting a period of time where, like you said, Liverpool were the main topic and then they fell away for a little bit. And then City started to get some form as well. And we're literally still in a period where if you lose a game, you can fall all the way out of the top four. And if you win a game, you can jump all the way to second. Everything is so convoluted right now.
As long as you're winning your game, as long as Arsenal are winning their games, I don't think.
I was about to ask Jess this. Are you worried about Sunderland without Gyökeres?
No. I'm not.
Because I watched Sunderland Everton. That's not going to be an easy game, I promise you. They press
I don't think it's an easy game. I said when we first got on that I think Sunderland is a tough game, like for us to have without our full team or at least more options. But I still feel like we're going to probably approach it the exact same way. I don't think it's going to be a great watch. I think people are going to tune in and be like, both teams are good defensively. They press. They didn't play.
No one ever watches Arsenal to be entertained. Don't worry.
Yeah, this is true, but I'm entertained. I love my clean sheets.
Yeah, you're emotionally invested.
As you should be.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think it's corny. People have been telling people how to enjoy their teams. Like this whole, I've always of the mind, like if Man United played counterattack football for the next 5 years and we won everything, I'd be enjoying every second of it. So like, I don't watch Arsenal games for joy, but if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be sitting there happy as fucking hell. So I just like I don't get why people are policing
because they have to do that. There's no other thing to talk about.
You can police the way they play. It's more the fans now. It's like I get people saying, "Oh, we want to see better football," but it's more people saying like, don't you want to see better football to the fans? And I'm like, they're like 7 point. Why would you, if you're a fan of any team, you just want to see your team win? That's all you care about.
I mean, it's like it's one of those things where it's like it's not a non-negotiable. I would love to see. Obviously, I'd love to be playing the best brand of football and winning and clean sheets, but it doesn't always happen that way. And we don't have all of our players, so I'm just kind of like chill right now.
Yeah, but what's the best brand of football, Jess? Like for me, City. I used to hate watching City play when they were playing the best brand of football, just kicking ball around, keeping the ball. Like everyone's like, it's so beautiful there. I'm like, this is boring to me too. So it's kind of like I think it's hard to.
Well, it's subjective.
It's so
I get what you're
exactly.
saying. It's subjective.
So
yeah.
subjective of like what the best brand of football. It depends on what you like. Like
Yeah.
I just always find it crazy. Like I said something that got me in trouble. I was like, Adam Morton doesn't move me. People are like, oh my God, you don't know ball. I'm like, he's a great player. I just don't watch him and go, that was fun. Like that was cool to watch him make the right pass and do the right thing and be in the right place. Like I get it, great player, but I'm not watching football and being like, that guy's who I'm. Yeah, he's doing it for me. Just,
yeah, no,
that was Paul
Can I-
Scholes
can
for
I-
20 years.
Okay, we're not going there. Can I just go back to what Sam said about the fact that Osam is
By the way, Jess is right. I'd rather be chased by Arsenal than City as well. Pep is a demon in the last 3 months.
I see. That makes a lot of sense.
People, if City are 6 points behind whoever is leading the table in January, you're shaking. You're like, okay, this guy can actually win 18 games in a row and have you shaking every minute of every game you play. But I want to go back to something. I titled this video a little bit different. Here is one of the things. The fact that Osam asked Jess that, are you worried? And just thought about it with Merino. If any team, and I'm being completely honest, and I'm here gonna defend Mikel Arteta's way of coaching, right? If we're sitting here and there's a team in the world, any team that has 3 strikers out and have no striker, and we still think that they are favorites to win every game they go to, I think that is down to coaching. And no one will convince me otherwise. If Inter have 4 strikers out, right? And I'm still sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I will win the next game. I will score a goal or 2. I think that is down to how genius the coach is, no matter what anybody else say. If the coach makes the fans that confident about their games, that means the coach is doing something correct. Mikel Merino never played a striker in his life. And he's scoring goals every time he plays as a striker. They have no left winger. By the way, the starting left winger is not there, which is Martinelli. Their catalyst in the midfield, Odegaard, is not there. Yeah, it works. It works, right? It doesn't matter who plays, and that is down to Mikel Arteta. And I don't think that enough people are talking about this. I want you to imagine which is the same that we spoke about for Arne Slot last season. Me and Osam were doing shows, right? Oh, Luis Diaz is a forward. Gakpo is a false 9. Oh, he's fixing this. He's making it work. And it was genius by Arne Slot, right? Nobody's going to change that he actually found solutions. The fact that Mikel Arteta is playing a midfielder as a forward that is scoring goals is just down to how good he is, regardless of what anyone tells me.
Yeah, Merino is one of those where literally, like, Trossard and Merino are not well liked by the majority of the fan base. Like, people don't really mess with them like that. But them being squad players and basically coming in and always getting GA, they always get GA, really, I think is a testament to like how deep the squad is and the things that Mikel are doing. So yeah, the Sunderland thing, it's like, I don't think that's going to be an easy game. I really don't. I'm not sitting here like this is going to be easy or anything like that. But do I still expect us to win it? Yeah, I do. Will it be pretty? Probably not. But
any other team going to Sunderland away without 4 of their starting, like the 3 forwards would be saying that if we get a point, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Any other team.
All we need is a couple corners. That's a couple corners, little whip cross in there, little set piece, By the way, Hussam, you like a little set piece the other day? That's how you beat Real Madrid.
You know it's different. Stop it. You know it's different. Don't even try.
I know. You
don't even try.
That was a really nice set piece.
1.9 XG from open play. Stop it. Don't even try.
To break the game open.
Against Crystal Palace, you had 0.1 XG from open play. So it's not even remotely similar. You need to put the fries in the bag when it comes to this argument.
No, I'm just asking. Did you like
Liverpool have conceded 14 goals because of the way that we play football. Let's not do this whole, oh my God, it's the same thing because we scored the set piece. No one's talking about... I just asked
you a question and you got very defensive.
Yes, because you're trying to equate 2 things that are not equal.
I did not conflate it. I asked you, how did you like your set piece? It was really nice. You broke the game.
Yeah, it was a good set piece. It was a good set piece. If it wasn't for Courtois, we would have scored 5 goals.
I didn't ask you for stats, but you were giving them to me on the defensive. Did I strike a nerve? You all right?
No, you didn't strike a nerve. You're trying to equate 2 things that aren't equal.
I didn't try to do anything. I asked you if you like your set piece, and you came for my neck. Okay. Just ask a question.
Well, that is the reason why you asked that question, obviously.
No, you don't know what I'm doing.
No, I do know what you're doing, just like you knew what Mo was doing when he asked you that question. We've worked with each other long enough for me to know exactly what you're doing.
No, we don't work together enough because you don't show up until you start winning.
That's a lie because I've been loaned out to the Tuesday show, and Mo will tell you this.
You haven't showed up in months.
Mo will tell you this. I've been loaned out.
No, he was loaned out to the Tuesday show. He was getting cooked everywhere. But to be honest with you,
I'm the last guy to say I'm hiding. I would literally be abused on YouTube for a month now.
I didn't get to abuse you.
Wow. I didn't get to abuse you. Wow. Thanks, Jess. I appreciate that. That shows you're a caring friend. You get me? Also,
because I watch your streams. I watch you talk shit. I watch you talk shit all the time. And I'm like, but when it comes to Thursday, I don't get my lick in. That's crazy.
Like and subscribe.
That's crazy.
Set piece FC Liverpool. Haven't you won the last like 2 games of set pieces as well? Not Aston Villa though. Not Aston Villa. And the cup. Listen, I gotta say something. If we're not comparing
Aston Villa and dominated Real Madrid.
The way Liverpool created chances, 3 of the big chances you created against Real Madrid are from set pieces. Like, I know that you play different than Arsenal. You create more goals, but at the end, you win the game with a set piece. It is what it is. It's a weapon. So Arsenal are making it short. They're like, okay, we'll score the set piece. We'll just save the hustle.
You guys are so rattled by the whole set piece thing. There's a reason why you're all rattled.
I'm not rattled.
There's a reason why there's this
People
question.
are rattled about it.
You want to know the problem? There were 2 different games. Fulham, Crystal Palace. Fulham, I said if Gyökeres just scored the 3 chances, this game would have ended 4-0. Arsenal deserved to win. Made it very simple. The Crystal Palace game, you had 0.1 XG from open play. We criticize Arsenal and everyone starts crying. All we said is, I actually said I felt bad for Gyökeres because you didn't create him anything. You should be able to give Gyökeres chances. You should be able to put Gyökeres in front of goal. That's all I said. And people are so angry for literally no reason whatsoever.
I don't know. I think some people are rattled about it because I think it's just silly. If you were top of the league, you had a gap, you're not conceding shots, you're not conceding goals, but then you have people sitting up with their microphones talking about, but XG, it's a little corny. I think that's why people are rattled because they're like, y'all wouldn't be doing this for anybody else if it wasn't us. I genuinely just don't see the issue, but for me personally, it's not a big deal. I've watched Arsenal play some of the best football in the world and not win shit. So I'm not really that fussed about it. But you're definitely
not fussed. To be honest with you, I get what people say about the set piece thing. Because if you're gonna win every game in set pieces, you're not. No one is claiming that you will, right? But if your forward is not scoring enough goals, and Saka's not scoring enough goals, who's gonna score? It's a genuine question. I get it. Set pieces will be sustainable in the majority of the games. They will be, right? Yeah. But if City, I want you to imagine something. If City are 3 points behind you and you must win every game at the end of the season and you're only scoring set pieces, for example, and you're not creating enough chances from open play, I think this is the angle. I'm playing devil's advocate. This is Osama's angle and some people's angles. Yeah. What is going to happen? City, you're 3 points like the 2 seasons ago and you have to win every game and City are winning every game. Right? And one game you kind of don't get the set piece and you don't create from open.
People will eventually find out methods and all this.
What is gonna happen? How
and just every team now has a set piece coach too. Let's keep that in mind. If we're being objective about this, I think Arsenal can keep this up, in my opinion, for probably another month or so. I'm not saying the corner goals are gonna end or something.
They're not gonna end.
Yeah, it's not like you'll stop scoring from corners. I'm just saying it's going to go to a more realistic percentage, 20% or something, That's usually the number. Every 5 goals you score, one of them is a set piece, something like this. But that's why you need to create chances for Gyökeres. I think that's the thing. You sign Gyökeres and people are critiquing him as a footballer. But from the beginning, when you signed Gyökeres from day one, we said, this guy's a goal scorer. You want to know what you should do with goal scorers? Create them chances.
There's no space for him to actually run.
Yeah, there's no creativity, not space, creativity, because there's no spaces for Haaland or Liverpool striker either. Because people play low blocks against us every week. It's normal.
No, like I totally understand that. I think as rivals, you need to figure out an angle in which things will go wrong for us. Everybody has an angle though. And I feel like Arsenal fans have every right to think that we'll find a solution. Like Mo was saying earlier, you were basically saying Arteta has found solutions despite new players coming in, injuries, whatever, low blocks, and we figured that out. So I feel like at this stage, dooming us, I get it. You have to doom us because we're at the top of the table and you need to believe that something is going to crash and burn. But from an Arsenal perspective, I don't need to start dooming us until it's time to doom us. So I'm just going to think that when Odegaard comes back, we'll get more creativity. When Saka's on form, he'll score more goals. Gyökeres will finally meld into the team. We'll find solutions. When Kai comes back, we'll have a different angle. That's what I have to think. I don't want to doom us.
I actually like this. Everyone in the media is saying that Liverpool will improve, City will improve. No, but I'm going to tell you,
Arsenal will win the league. I think Arsenal's most sustainable thing is the way that they defend. Conceding 3 goals in 15 games is crazy. So I think that's the best thing about Arsenal. Me saying Arsenal need to create more chances in open play is not doom. It's just me noticing something.
No, but I'm going to tell you the difference. The difference is, to be honest, is when people say that Liverpool, me and you were in the shows, and people were telling us Liverpool will improve, City will improve. Will Arsenal improve? No. So why not? I don't understand. Why are people assuming that Arsenal will not improve? I don't get it. I don't understand.
I never assumed that. I think
not Arsenal you. That's the media are just saying that Liverpool will improve.
That's the natural thing to do. I feel like it's nature. If you're a Chelsea fan, you're gonna look at what Arsenal have going on and say, well, when those set pieces dry up and Gyökeres is still not informed and Saka's not informed, that it'll crumble. I just feel like that's just the natural way that things go at this stage when somebody is at the top that most people don't want to see at the top. Like the only team that wouldn't be getting doomed right now is probably City. No offense, Kel. Hi, Kel.
So much offense taken.
No. I'm in the background. That's the only team that they wouldn't be doing that for. They'd be like, they're just gonna go. It's gonna go perfect for them. Everybody else, they will pick them apart. That's just how it goes. I'm not offended by it.
Let me do some of these super chats just because we kind of. Just showing love to Mo. Thank you so much, Ash. Always one of the best YouTube content creators. Smash the like, people, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. 50 subscribe, guys. 50,000 is right around the corner. Let's go. Thank you so much for actually being here, guys. I appreciate you, JJ, always for this. Bayern versus Arsenal will be a great game. It feels good going into a huge game and not having a bad feeling of getting smashed. Big up all for you. Your content is nice while I cook dinner. Love you, Mo. Thank you so much for us. All I have to say is that, yeah, but Arteta's a shit manager. That's what people want to say. But Arteta's absolutely garbage. We all know this. Speaking of Chelsea, where is Don and Nina? Nina's working. Don is working. Mina. All I have to tell you. And also we got Jacko
and they
here.
sent poor
I'm also
Jacko
working, but I took time out of the day.
Yeah. Chelsea only has the midfield over United. We'll talk about the Chelsea thing. We'll see the Chelsea versus United thing.
Getting ridiculous.
Why Chelsea fans always say come back from injuries? That's the only thing they say. We have injuries. That's injuries. By the way, Arsenal have 3 strikers injured.
It's almost like
you want us to
the same players that are always injured continue to get injured, and it's not a process. It's interesting.
It is not. Pool or set piece FC.
By the way, does everyone notice how they acted like the Caicedo stinker didn't exist? We are supposed to just ignore it. Remember, this is the rule for Caicedo. This applies to Caicedo and no other midfielder. Every time Rice loses the ball, one time, all the group chats are going off. Oh, look, Rice can't pass because he misplaced one pass. This guy has convinced the whole planet that Caicedo starts for PSG and he's amazing and he's incredible and he's never had a bad game in a Chelsea shirt and he hasn't performed badly once. You get me? We're like, all gonna act like all these things just never happened, didn't exist. Came onto the pitch, got a yellow card, absolute stinker against a bunch of Azerbaijani farmers, with all due respect. But here we're at.
Hey, big up Baku.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for us because he's a substitute. We're gonna ignore it.
Tony here saying, okay, Osam, maybe it's that Arsenal wins are getting discredited non-stop. Same way you got annoyed when people said it was a weak league last season.
But here's the thing. I didn't discredit Arsenal wins. When someone provides you objective criticism, there's nothing wrong with that. I said the league is now... By the way, Liverpool are not first. I said the league is the strongest it's ever been, just like what I said last season. The fact that Sunderland... By the way, just so people know, the reason why Man United finished 15th is because the league is strong. The reason why Spurs finished 17th is because the league is strong. Spurs and Man United 10 years ago would have beaten 3/4 of the team at home, at least, and wouldn't have finished 15th. Liverpool with Paul Konchesky and these guys, we finished 8th. You get me? So because the league was weaker, now the league is stronger, strong as fuck. The fact that we sat here go like, oh my God, Sunderland against Arsenal is not an easy game. Deep the statement I just said. That's because there is no easy game in the Premier League. And in terms of your wins, look, scoring 3 goals, conceding 3 goals in 15 games is unbelievable. I think the fact that your defense is so strong is unbelievable. The fact that you control opposition so much is unbelievable. All I'm saying is just create chances in open play. That's just constructive criticism.
1 XG from open play came after they scored on the second half, Sam. So Jess is right. It broke the game open. 0.73 XG from Gakpo in minute 87. Fact check.
By the way, that doesn't disprove my logic, because even when we are 1-0 up against Real Madrid, we still created a chance from open play where Gakpo should have scored after Salah literally abused Carreras all game, by the way. Just for all the people out there, Mo Salah, great game without GA. So everyone can just, he didn't get GA, guys. He didn't get GA and he was amazing. So
that was the one knock against Chris, like in general. And people, I don't think we should have sold him. I just want to make it clear. But the one knock was he wasn't going to be able to defend in the Prem.
Actually, he locked up Lamine Yamal. Ask the La Liga fans.
That's cool. Again,
he legitimately locked up Lamine Yamal
week in, week out. Like, in the Prem, like I've been saying, just saying, like I don't think he would have been able to defend week in, weekend while in the Prem. Great attacker.
Arsenal is the leopard in the tree right now. No, it's
guys,
Arsenal.
The reason why I started
by the way, it's the exact same situation. By the way,
and also at the same time last season, City were 2 points behind us. The closest one to Arsenal, 6 points behind. What are we doing?
You ran the leopard in the tree even in January when you were 7 points ahead of Arsenal.
What's the leopard in the tree? What does that mean?
Signing Chiesa.
Okay.
These guys signed Mosquera,
she doesn't know. She doesn't know what leopard in the tree is.
I literally, sorry, I don't. What is it?
Okay, so Sam is the one that started this trend last season. Even when they were top of the league, everyone was saying it's Liverpool's to lose. Liverpool must be top of the league. Arsenal have injuries. He's like, no, we're underdogs. City and Arsenal are ahead of us. They must. If we win the league, we are the leopard in the tree. They are fighting with each other. We're not favorites, and nobody will put any pressure on us. Same this season. Liverpool spent 500
there
million.
is no pressure on Slot's first season after signing Chiesa. Is there pressure on Arteta's 7th season after signing 6 players in the summer? Yes, there is. So you're not leopard in the tree. Thank you very much.
No cup finals. That's a big one.
Bro, you spent 480 million, and you yourself said that you will walk the league. You yourself said that.
How much money did we spend last season?
That's not so. Last season was last season. This season, you have a Premier League winning.
Y'all been trying to break up their payments, so
that's why leopard in the tree applies.
The summer before,
if
so
Arsenal this season signed Mosquera only, it would apply. It doesn't apply now.
No,
you're not an underdog
transfer record twice in one summer.
I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't Klarna.
Good.
It wasn't Klarna. Sorry.
Like I'm being, if so Liverpool in the three applies to Liverpool last season. Yesterday? We'll get in there. We're gonna get there. Great to see Jess on all the top channels. Great to see Jess on all top channels here. MHF, Loose Cannon. Also, she's in Diluted Gunner as well. Keep up the great work. Our Gunner Queen. We are gonna win the league. Come on, you Gunners. Big up. Jess is everywhere now. She's doing great work. Thank you, Ash. Make sure to subscribe to Jess. She knows Arsenal. Actually, it's in the description. So just go and support Jess if you want. She has her own channel as well. I think Arsenal actually will do a quadruple more. I never said that. I never said
wow.
I never said that. People are so rattled that Arsenal are doing well. It's unbelievable. People are so rattled, bro. You see, like, well, I swear to God, people are so rattled that Arsenal are top of the league. They're rattled. They would rather have City top of the league than Arsenal. The people.
Not yeah, for sure.
Just keep waiting.
I swear to God, people are so rattled in the media. They can't believe it that Arsenal only have 3 goals scored against them. They can't believe that. They're like, they can't fathom this. Oh my God. Arsenal, after not winning for 20 years, might win the league. Oh my God. We sit on panels and people are picking them to might win the Champions League. Oh, they might win a Champions League. We can't banter them anymore. It's literally what is going on in the media now. Was Qarabag midfield troubled by Chelsea's?
Dude, Qarabag should have won that game, man. Oh, that guy at the end, he hit it straight at the keeper. I'm like, man.
Actually, just speaking of XG, Qarabag had higher XG than Chelsea.
Going away in Champions League is not easy, but I would expect the best team in the galaxy to at least beat Qarabag.
The world champs.
Yeah, that's
just
world champs or what?
That's just let's knock on
world champion or what?
My meme is never going away.
It's not going away, Jaco. It's not going away. The problem is you guys said that. The problem is
you
guys
that's the
said
problem. If Chelsea fans didn't latch onto it, nobody would care. If they were just like, guys, it's just the first time, it's a friend, like we're happy to win it. Cool, we beat PSG. Nobody would care. But they started the season because everybody was so excited and how good they looked and they were gonna come for everything.
The United States.
Sam is doing it. If I wake up every single day, I look at my Twitter and Lewis is like, day whatever thing of world
day 115.
They always say it when they lose a game. They're like, well, we're world champions.
461 of your world champs, Chelsea.
They got the best of everything, but they couldn't beat Qarabag. That's all I'm saying.
Are we done with the super chats?
Not yet. Arsenal haven't won in 20 years. Why not Leopards? 100%.
Because that's weak logic, even according to Mo. You don't know why?
Why?
You can't keep saying Manchester City didn't win the Champions League colors. They're not going to win it. Oh my God. PSG didn't win the Champions League. Oh my God, they're not going to win it. That's not logical, with all due respect. Arsenal not going to win the Champions League. Oh my God, they're not going to win. That's not logical. You know,
you're
all
right.
This,
you're absolutely.
That's dumb.
And Liverpool have won it before, and they have won the Champions League. So definitely Liverpool.
You don't have Johan Juro anymore, and injury-prone Jack Wilshere, and you got. Let's not go there. Yeah, there you go. See,
big up Lewis in the chat.
There you go.
Big up.
Day 115 of 1,491 Chelsea.
Hold that. Anyway.
Last one. I didn't say you said that, Mo. It is my opinion. It is your opinion. Okay, fair enough, Jack.
Yeah, I think Arsenal, like I think, and you thought he said
that's a Liverpool fan, so he's definitely making fun of Arsenal. Definitely making fun of Arsenal. I know that for a fact because I know Jack.
Tell, yeah,
I know Jack. I know Jack. Like Jack is making fun of Arsenal. Yeah,
Jacko, I'm just gonna give you one stat before you defend Caicedo. Caicedo won 2 of his 8 ground duels. Go ahead.
Best 6 in the world.
25% of his ground duels he won against Qarabag.
And if
Jacob,
you gotta go just it's fine.
Name 2 Qarabag midfielders. The floor is yours.
I'm gonna start because I know everyone has something to say. Listen,
go on. I got 4 minutes. I need to hear this.
I'm about to go. Now everyone just calm down because I know everyone wants to cook Chelsea. I know everyone wants to get on the best 6 in the world. You know, oh, he's struggling against Qarabag. I mean, when you've been playing every 90 minutes for the last 20 years, it doesn't matter who we play. I'm expecting you to get tired at some point. I'm expecting the performances to drop at some point. It's gonna happen. You know, I see how much people are rattled on the panel, you know, because they want Caicedo at their team. It's okay. It's okay. He's on the blue side of London. Now, all this world champions talk, yo, get it out now. Get it out while you can. Get out all the world champion slander while you can, because I am one center-back pairing away from winning everything in Europe, everything in England, and dominating for the next 5 years. So I don't really care. Get your jokes out. Get the jokes out. I'll take the cookings now. I'll take all the cookings now. Cook me now while you have to. Cam, you lost the Grimsby gang.
You watch a lot of YouTube, man.
7 weeks ago. I don't want to see no laughter coming out of you.
You lost
the Grimsby.
This is you watch a lot.
Yeah, we lost.
You realize?
I don't care. I don't care.
No, I've never seen it before. No, now I gotta stop you.
You lost the Grimsby gang. Like,
I've never seen a man walk into the fire like you just did.
Like, I don't
Yeah,
even
bro.
really-
Here's the thing. We're your bogey team. I don't care about that. Bro, we could be the best team in the universe. It's just juju. It's like Obeah. If you understand, if you're from the Caribbean, you know what Obeah is. If you're from the Caribbean, you know what Obeah is.
You just said a bunch of crazy shit. So now I'm just going to stop you because you're like a moth to flame right there. How do you get on your soapbox, talk about a team who lost about 8 weeks ago in the game that are clearly on the up that you got smoked by?
Smoked?
So what's that say about you?
That was a
what's that
2-1
say?
loss.
No, what's that say about you? We smoked you that game.
Wait. You didn't smoke anything. What's your definition of smoking? A 2-1 loss is smoking somebody? Brother, smoking somebody is 3-0, 4-0. That's smoking somebody.
Did you watch the game?
Of course I watched the game. I was filming the whole game.
You got smoked.
Bro, nah, that's not smoke, bro. We lost.
So let's
because of a mistake, bro.
Let's go now. Let's go to the.
Now let's keep it a beam. Let's keep it a beam.
No.
Let's keep it a beam. Who had the starting goalkeeper? You had the starting goalkeeper. Let's keep it a beam. There's a reason Jorgensen is not in goal.
Was Bayern Deer. Like one of the worst keepers in the league, if not the worst keeper in the league. We had Bayern Deer in that, dog.
He's up in the screen.
What is okay? You just said you're one center back pairing away. No. You said you're one center back pairing away from winning everything. I'm sorry. What are your forwards doing? What is your Garnacho? What are these guys doing? How are you gonna score the goals? Cole Palmer. When's the last time Cole Palmer scored a goal from open play? Bro, hold on. We talking about one center back pairing away from
Palmer has been injured the whole season since we started. What are you talking about?
Oh, so one-man team.
He scored before he left. One-man team. I mean, we pick up some points against
like
Liverpool without Cole Palmer, so I don't want to hear it, bro. Like I said, we were saying earlier.
You were set.
The reason we are struggling against the smaller teams is because of the consistency. The consistency is what fucked us up. We can go and talk to every big team in the world. I don't care, bro. Like, that's what it is. Like, it's against the small team is when we struggle.
You know what the problem is?
Is
that what he says
about this.
You know, stop. You know what the problem with what Jaco's saying?
I'm not tripping.
Jaco's not just talking like this. If I speak to the majority of the Chelsea fans, they say on our day, if our players are fit, if we are consistent, we can do this. If we are this, we beat PSG. That means we can beat anyone in the world.
You're a glorified cup team. Yo, bro, what are you even smoking this early morning? Take your shades off because the shit you've been that is crazy. I gotta keep it 1,000, man. Like
a glorified cup team.
You cannot be so high.
I go out. What have Manchester United won, bro? Talk to me, gang. What have you niggas won in the last couple of years? That
FA Cup.
You are a cup team too. Y'all a cup team too.
Hold on.
Y'all are a cup team too. Y'all are a cup team too, nigga. Like so, and we both cup teams. We both cup teams talking to each other. We the cup boys.
Look at
we the cup boys.
What have you won? When we
the cup boys.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, you're killing
this. Has gone so
we the cup boys.
I didn't think it's gonna
listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Beating that PSG team is a bigger accomplishment than anything you've done in the last couple years.
That's like me being like we beat Barcelona in Europa.
I'm slapping up treble teams, gang. You taking little wins in the FA Cup. I don't care about the FA Cup. No one cares about the FA Cup. The FA Cup we only care about the FA Cup when it comes to trebles.
The FA Cup is a more respectable competition than a preseason tournament in the US.
That's not a preseason tournament. That's a major.
Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it up.
That's a major.
Crazy.
Let's keep it a buck.
You have so in less than 45 seconds of talking, you have said Chelsea are a center back pairing away from winning everything. You have said that the FA Cup is a competition that no one cares about, which I know every team on this panel here cares about the FA Cup. That is one of the bigger trophies to win. That's part of your trouble. That's how you can sit. That's the trophy you want to put alongside the Champions League. That's what you.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said.
No, but you just said it doesn't matter.
To me though.
No. You just said it doesn't matter.
Bro, you didn't listen to me.
Then you had the goal.
I finished off my sentence. Bro.
Good to see you. Then you had the goal to say, "What have you won?" And
you changing my words, gang. Don't change my words.
No. I'm saying your words back to you. Then you had the
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You literally said, "What have you won to me?"
Bro.
And we have won more than you in the last couple years. So what are you talking about? We beat you. We've won more than you. who literally are sitting at the exact same spot as us when we have a manager who hadn't won back-to-back for like a year and a half. Are you, bro, you are on something. That is wild. Like, you just keep flying to the plane. No, you keep talking. Keep walking yourself off the bridge, bro.
Cam, you trying to railroad me right now and it's not working again. You trying to railroad me right now and it's not working. Let me explain to you because you was trying to speak over him. You was trying to speak over me the whole time. Like I said, no one cares about the FA Cup until you put it together with a treble. But you didn't hear that because your head was so gone and you were so rattled that you wanted to just get your words out. Well, that's why you started doing all of that. But you gotta let me. No, nigga, you were just screaming. You didn't even let me finish. It's cool. Calm down, bro. Calm down. It's cool. Let me finish what I gotta say. I'm gonna finish what I gotta say. Anyway, when it comes down to it, bro, y'all could keep the FA Cup. The Club World Cup is bigger than the FA Cup. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? I'm going against clubs. I'm going against the best clubs all around the world. What are you talking about? You're going against the best clubs in England.
German champions were not in there.
It doesn't even like compare. It doesn't even compare. It doesn't even compare.
No English or Spanish champions in that competition.
Like what? It's literally the biggest club in the world. Yeah, I mean, City got knocked out. City got knocked out by. I know why you're mad. I know why you're mad. You got knocked out by Al Hilal. I know why you're mad. It's cool. It's cool. Al Hilal gave you the belt. Al Hilal gave you four big ones. I remember that. That was nasty. I would be mad too. I would downplay it too. I would downplay it too. It's cool. It's cool. You better hope you get something out of Turkey this season because he's the only one that can unlock your little Haaland, bro. He's the only one that's been unlocking your Haaland. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Keep hoping he shows up. But when it comes down to it, bro, everyone wants to downplay the Club World Cup. I saw everyone on the panel. Oh, Club World Cup. Oh, this, that. But last time I checked, on the way to that Club World Cup, PSG gave Atletico Madrid 4. They gave Bayern 4. They gave Real Madrid 4. And they were the best team in the world, the best team in the stratosphere. But then when Chelsea goes and slaps them up in the first half, oh, now it's the Club World Cup. Who cares about that preseason? That's a preseason trophy. It doesn't matter anymore. Yes, it does, though. It does, because at the end of the day, it's still a major. And I'm taking that major over an FA Cup that only counts for England. I like to be called the champions of the world. I'm going to hold out and I'm going to wear that with pride. Now, the champions of the world shouldn't be losing to Qarabag. They shouldn't be losing to Qarabag, but it is what it is. We lost. We're going to take that loss on the chin. After all the shit we was talking, we're going to move. I remember also on the way to that Club World Cup, they gave who? Inter 5-0. 5. Oh my God. That was disgusting.
Wow.
So I don't want to hear anyone try to downplay that when you have to, when we're destroying a team that's been destroying every team. Do you know what they would have done to Man United, Cam? They would have put you guys in a full Nelson. They would have put Man United in a full Nelson. Bro, they would have put y'all niggas in a full Nelson and put you in a locker.
Bro, you literally are celebrating this PSG game like
listen. Because it came with a trophy. It came with a trophy. That's why I'm celebrating. It came with a trophy, Cam. It came with a
Who did you beat before you played PSG?
Bro, everyone's not like, bro, I understand you don't want to care about. You don't have to care about it. But my team, we can care about it because I won it. I can care about it because I won it. That's why I'm going to care about it. I won it.
Yeah,
I won it. And I beat every
cup in the summer, sure.
All right, man.
Yo, you know what Tottenham did to you? You know what Tottenham did to you? Tottenham beat you 4 times last year, and they took a Europa League out your pocket. So I don't want to hear you talk about Tottenham. Tottenham is your daddy. Tottenham, when they come home, they take off the belt. When Tottenham comes home, they take off the belt and they say, "Hey, come inside the room. Come inside the room."
Okay, can we talk football?
Bow. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Tottenham is your pops. Tottenham puts you on timeout. Tottenham says, "Hey, Man United, go in the corner. You stay over there. You stay over there while the big boys just talking."
So then what are we to you?
So I don't want to hear you talk about Tottenham. I don't want to hear you talk about trophies.
What are we to you? So then what are we to you?
What are you to us? Hey, man, listen. I want to meet you in a cup. That's what I want to meet you in. I want to meet you in a cup. I want to meet you in a cup. That's what I got to say.
So you are a cup team. So you're a cup team. That's exactly
Yeah,
what
I didn't say no. I said we're the cup boys. We're the cup boys together. We're the cup boys. Right now, we're the cup boys because we're not consistent enough to go for the league. I'm gonna keep it a buck. We have to be way more consistent if we want to go for the league.
So embarrassing.
But Cam, I'm not taking no shit from Man United fans. You guys are Fergie FC. You guys are Fergie FC. If it wasn't for Fergie, you niggas wouldn't be shit. I don't want to hear it, bro. These niggas is Fergie FC, gang. So when it comes down to it, bro, go bring Fergie back into the club and maybe you could win the Prem again. Bring Fergie back into the club and then we could talk, bro. I'm not worried about Man United until y'all get Fergie again. Go get his son or something. Get his son, get his grandson. Go get a family member that's connected to this nigga, bro.
You just
now you got me on
last year?
Now you got me on.
Did you start watching sports last year? To sit there and be like, your team only matters because of one manager is actually the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Now I'm gonna start being disrespectful because that's like being like, the Patriots are nothing without Tom
you
Brady.
can take it personally. You can take it personally.
Nothing without the best coach ever. You know what? Let's talk about Liverpool. They're nothing without Klopp. Oh, City without Pep. Are you out of, bro? What are you even saying? The word. Let's talk football. Let's talk
His
football.
son is a rubbish manager.
You're so down bad. You are so down bad that you are literally just the fact that you just said we're nothing without Fergie is.
You are nothing without Fergie.
Like
you're nothing without Fergie,
bro. At the end of the day, bro, legacies are built off of great managers. Teams are built. That's how legacies are built in sport. You don't just go from.
Yeah, no. Build another one. Build another legacy. How about we do this? Build another legacy challenge, Man United.
Sure.
Build another legacy with somebody else. Do that. Do that. Okay? Do that. Because I built multiple legacies with multiple managers.
Chelsea without Jose Mourinho?
I built multiple legacies with multiple managers.
What is Chelsea without Jose Mourinho?
Wait, say that again. I didn't even hear you. I didn't even hear what you said. Say that again. Wait, say that again.
Without Jose Mourinho, really, what is Chelsea?
Bro, you forgot about Ancelotti?
No,
you forgot about him. You forgot about Tuchel.
The guy who brought
we could do this. We have multiple. Chelsea has multiple errors, bro. Chelsea got multiple errors under multiple managers. You don't.
Chelsea doesn't have legacy. Chelsea doesn't have legacy. You don't have legacy. Jose was the closest you got.
I mean, we started winning the last 20 years. That's legacy. What do you mean? That's legacy. That's an error. Anyway, listen, in the last 20 years, we have the most trophies out of all of the 6 clubs here. What are you talking about? In the last 20 years, we got more majors out of everyone here.
Oh, so now we're talking past.
And that's Man City.
So hold on. So now the past
because Mo just said legacy.
No.
Because Mo just said legacy.
That's 20
Mo
years.
just said legacy. Cam, context. He just said legacy. So I said, you know what? Here's your legacy. Here's your legacy. In the last 20 years, we've won the most trophies. The only one that's competing that's close to us in winning trophies is City. Literally, that's it.
That's 20 years.
Arsenal, that's 9, and I think Man United is like 13 or something. 13. Liverpool like 14, 15 around there. But City is the only club closest to us. So that's why I'm gonna talk on my chest. Because in the last 20 years, I seen what my club could do.
So
under multiple managers, not just one.
Not just one. Team this year. Let's talk about
City
your team this year.
And United is Pep FC and Fergie FC.
Where are you going this year? Oh, okay, because your team.
We finishing over you.
Right.
We finishing over you. We finishing over you. We finishing over you.
So, okay, you're gonna let me talk.
I'll tell you that much.
I'm just gonna.
Jacob, we need to have other people talking as well, Jacob. We need to have other people talking. Just calm down. Calm down, Jacob.
You've never been on with me, but I'll tell you straight. Shut the fuck up.
Calm down.
We're gonna talk about this year.
Yeah, you mad? I could tell. We both mad.
Jacob, calm down. Let other people talk. Jacob, let's talk football. You did your monologue. Fantastic. Let's talk about the football now. All right.
There's no embarrassing. I've never heard anybody talk like a whole 5 minutes and not talk about football for a second. So first off, if we're going to talk about our two teams this year, the fact is Chelsea is behind United at this moment. At the end of the day, the United front line, significantly better. The United back line, significantly better. The United keeper, now better. United head-to-head, better. At the end of the day, United results, better. Strengths of schedule, harder for United. There is nothing at the current moment that puts Chelsea ahead of Manchester United. There's absolutely nothing. The way they play, not better, actually. At the end of the day, Like, all we hear about Chelsea is potential. And I want to have a conversation about potential, because potential is the word that we love to use. We love to use the word potential, but we never actually talk about when players don't reach their potential. And right now, if we go down the Chelsea lineup, there's a lot of players that aren't reaching or even showing that they're going to be near reaching their potential, because that's what everybody talks about with Chelsea. And I've said this with Chess. I don't think Chelsea has been good at developing talent, plain and simple. The talent that they have that has proven to be good, Palmer is the only one that I would say, and at the end of the day, he's stalled, but he's the only one that I would say that came in where we were like, oh, you know, we don't know. He could be good. Maybe not. We'll see. And pulled it off. But everybody else in recent time that Chelsea's bought that has been a young player with potential has not been able to achieve it. And all we keep hearing, and I'm going to go to your argument about consistency is, oh, it's consistency. We'll get there when we get consistent. The reason you're inconsistent is because you're not developing your talent. That is why you were inconsistent. And now we're seeing some serious gaps with your manager being able to do so and being able to get over the line when it matters. We're seeing him make incredibly boneheaded decisions in big games. So your manager's not pulling it off. Your potential is not being shown. You're not scoring the goals that you would hope to be scoring with your free-flowing attacking style. Your best player is a 6, which is cool. Caicedo's awesome, but that's it. Like, the rest of your team right now is pretty dead when we talk about the league and we talk about what's actually happening in football right now, and not going on random tangents about who we beat then and this is who we stepped on and all that nonsense. If we talk actual football, which I don't know if you actually watch the games after listening to you talk, your team is actually not better than United at the moment, and your trajectory is nowhere near what ours is showing. Over to you, buddy. Talk some football.
Football now. Forget the legacy and all this stuff. Football.
You done? Good. All right.
Did you hear
plain and simple like this?
Yep.
All right.
I think he's
like
lagging.
This. Right now in the league, we're tied. We have literally the same record. So all that yapping, you could keep that in the side pocket. All that yapping about midfield.
I don't care about
Jaco, stop. Football.
But isn't the league position football?
No, it's not. Because if
I'm talking about the results that the football is getting you.
Hold on. You're lagging a little bit, because I can ask you a question. Do you think Spurs are a better team than you? They're ahead of you on the table. No. And nobody in the even Spurs fan would not say. Okay, but even Spurs fan would not say they're better than you. Even Spurs fan wouldn't say that, even though they're ahead of you, brother. Right? Like they won. Sunderland are not better than Chelsea. Sunderland are not better than Man United. We're talking football wise. We're talking about what we see on the pitch. Similar. Like hold on, Jacob. I think you're lagging. That's why you're like a little bit can't hear us. Right? I don't know what has going on with the internet. The reality is, because this is a conversation that I wanted to have with Cam and Staffy a couple of days ago, and we couldn't last week. We couldn't have this conversation. Remember, with Ashraf and the guys and Couch. The reality is, same when Man United were ahead of Chelsea, and everyone knew that under Erik ten Hag they were going backwards. Everyone knew that they were going backwards. Nobody sat down and said that Man United were better than Chelsea, even though at that time, I think, remember, Chelsea were like 10th, and Man United were like 6th or something, or 4th or something like this. And at the end of the season, you finish 6th. So league table, unless it is tied to performances and consistency, we cannot say that. Similar to Arsenal, for example, right? Like it doesn't reflect where the club is at. Doesn't reflect the consistency of a defense or a forward line, something like this, Jacob. That is football-wise, yes. Back line, I believe that Man United, maybe I can say they're more consistent than Chelsea, right? Are they not? Now forget, Lewis, forget what Spurs fans say. No Spurs fan will sit here and say the trajectory of the team is better than Chelsea currently. No, none of them will say that. Some of them want their manager sacked, even though they are 6th on the table. So we're not going to do this. What Cam broke it down, forward line, I think Man United are better. And no one can argue otherwise. They're better.
Wow.
You finished? Can I say my piece now?
Yes, go ahead. Football.
Right, I'm gonna break it down how I see it. I think the back lines both are comparable. I think we have a way better midfield than them, and I'm gonna give them the attack. They have a better attack than us. I'm not gonna lie, because their attack comes with a good amount of experience, and I like I'm not gonna lie, I like Mbeumo a lot. I think Mbeumo was really good. Sesko, not moved by Sesko at all. I think Sesko is just like Gyökeres, to be honest. I'm not moved by him. But Cunha and Mbeumo, they can do what the job was needed to help them in terms of attack. Now, when it comes down to it, people are telling me the league doesn't matter right now. Well, towards the end of the season, we're gonna see. I still believe we're gonna finish above Man United comfortably. It's not really a worry to me. And people want to talk about, we can talk about the head-to-head. The head-to-head is like every team has a bogey team. It is what it is. Your bogey team is Spurs. You're our bogey team. Arsenal has a bogey team. It is what it is. It's just sports. It's just how it works. It doesn't matter how good we are or how shit you are. Y'all just find a way to beat us. Same thing how it doesn't matter how good Spurs is and how bad we are. We find a way to beat Spurs. It just happens. It happens. That's sports. Now,
so
when it comes down,
doesn't move you. I'm curious if you've watched him play recently. Like, I'm just curious. And that's real. You don't have to. You're not a United fan, but have you actually watched him play football recently?
Yeah, I've watched him against the bigger teams. I don't watch him against the smaller teams. When you guys play the small teams, I like to watch the big six matchups. I don't really watch.
He hasn't played a lot against the big teams this year, so he's not comparable to Gyökeres at the current moment. If you watch them play, they don't really play the same style of football at all. When you say like he doesn't move,
no, I'm not. I'm talking just as a pure and out 9. I'm not talking about their play style. I'm not talking about profiles. I'm talking just as an out and out 9.
So you think Delap's going to be a better prospect than Sesko? Is what you're saying?
Hell yeah, I definitely think so. Yeah, I think Delap is going to be pretty good. Delap showed it last season. Delap has
12 goals. Isn't showing it. 12 goals is potential. Again,
on Ipswich at Ipswich.
No, 12
Ipswich.
Goals.
Come on, man.
That's exactly why it's not showing it. Because when he played with Ipswich, he got space. He was able to play on the counter. Teams attacked and left him open to be counterattacked. You are now playing at Chelsea Football Club, which means those spaces aren't going to be allotted to you. Your movement's going to have to be on point. You're going to have to be a striker who can score goals from really tough positions. And until we see that, we actually can't speak on potential with Delap anymore, because now he has achieved it. He's reached his potential by getting to Chelsea. So now we actually have to see it. So that's the difference when you talk about a Sesko and you talk about a Delap. The unfortunate thing about him.
Let me come in right here.
Cool.
Delap, when it comes to working in tight spaces, I've seen him play against team working in tight spaces. He can work in tight spaces. It's not like he has no technique. He has a lot of great technique, and his football and IQ, that is something where he has to work on. He's almost there in terms of like knowing when to keep his emotions under control. We're going to need that from him this season, because the defenders, they can rattle him. I'm not going to lie. If they say some stuff to him, they can get him to get really physical and get him out of the game and how he should be playing. When it comes down to finishing his chances, I have him up there. I have him up there as some of the best.
But that's based on what? But that's based on what?
Yeah, that's
the problem with is like even Man United fans with Cisco, by the way. I saw, honestly speaking, football-wise, and I know guys in the chat, I'm gonna do some of the super chats. Just this is a very good conversation that I wanted to have. Man United fans, because I do shows with you and Cam as well, and Staffy, and a lot of Man United fans. None of them sat down and told me, by the way, I watched Cisco play in the Bundesliga as much. They waited to see him play for Manchester United under Amrin. And then they said, yes, we see a little bit of the light. We see what he can do. We're waiting for consistency. The problem with Delap, I like Delap. I think Delap is a very good player. But currently, I haven't seen him enough at Chelsea in this system to actually make sure that it's going to work. Because remember, there's a lot of players that came to Chelsea and it didn't work out. Jackson didn't, for example. You guys haven't seen even Delap play enough for Chelsea yet. He was injured in the beginning of the season. He came back, got a red card. He hadn't played enough. I thought yesterday he wasn't good, to be honest with you, against Qarabag. He wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
He got a 45 minutes and he wasn't good, to be honest with you. And that's against Qarabag in the Champions League, right? I believe he's a good player. But I haven't seen enough. But the chest you guys talk about, Delap will be amazing. I think that is premature. That is that's even pretty. That is premature because of this. The problem is I've seen the same for Jackson, for example. You know what I mean? Like Jackson, some Chelsea fans told us that he's the next big thing, and then a little bit later it didn't work out. You know?
Yeah.
So I will give the back line, for example. if you watch the 3 players that play for Man United in the back line now, I think they're secure. I think they're not bad as well. Like the back 3 along with the goalkeeper, I'm looking at them. Also, I'm not going to say Amorim is better than Maresca. That would be very disingenuous, right? Like from me. Are they comparable? I don't know.
They're comparable, and I think this year we'll be able to tell definitively. That's the thing. So at the end of the day, if Amorim, and again, I've got us top 6. That's where I've got us. If Amorim finishes top 6, and Chelsea finished, like if we finish 6th and Chelsea finish 5th, I'm much more comfortable with the trajectory of my team than I am with Maresca, because at the end of the day, they're going backwards. That's just how it works. If that's how it ends, I don't think it'll end that way. We'll see. I think I could see Chelsea having a pretty big wobble this year, just based on the fact that all Chelsea fans are saying it. We need Cole Palmer back. Cole Palmer's got a pretty serious injury, and it's clear he's not going to be back anytime soon. I think it was kind of shocking to say that you think our defenses are comparable. I think that is.
Because but remember, they have Reece James and Kukurea are part of that defense, so I will give them that. The left back and right back that's half the back line. Also, we gotta be honest about Chelsea. Sanchez has improved, guys. And Sanchez has improved massively, by the way.
I'm taking Lamens over Sanchez right now. That's what I'm doing.
I think this is. I don't think that I wouldn't, because I haven't seen enough from Lamens. I've seen enough from Sanchez.
Because I've seen so much, and again, he has improved, but Sanchez still has so many big mistakes in him. And
he doesn't have it this year. He doesn't. The only one that people say he made is probably the Man United one, which is, I think, a lot of goalkeepers come out and make this mistake and tackle like a lot of. Alisson did it.
He's had a few others. I forget what they are, but he's had more than that one for sure. When it comes, you're right. When it comes to our fullbacks, because again, we don't really play with fullbacks. It's really tough.
Exactly.
Defenses, because we don't really play with fullbacks. I'm just talking about our center back pairing, because that's what he brought up earlier. Our center back pairings are all better. Every single one of our center backs starts for Chelsea. Every single one of them. Like that, and I don't think that's even questioned.
Nah.
Who doesn't start for you then? Which one? Who?
No, all of them start for you.
Every single one of our center backs starts for Chelsea.
I think once we have what, Colwell and Fofana healthy.
Yeah, but don't count Colwell, because Colwell is out ACL. You cannot count
Colwell. Like, you don't even know he's
going to come. But they don't count. Okay, I'm keeping the same energy. They don't count. You won't see a Man United fan count Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah,
that's the problem. You won't see any of them say Lisandro Martinez as part of them, because he's out. I had to interject a little bit here.
No, and at the end of the day, when when people say, "Oh, and Fofana," you're like, sorry, there is a point where injury-prone players are injury-prone players. It's like Lavia. Like, I had to listen to Don, and he'll probably still say, "Oh, I'll take Lavia over Manu any day." Would you though? Would you really? Because at the end of the day, you need a player who plays football. You need guys who can stay on the pitch, and Fofana is one of those players who can't. And that's unfortunate. I'm not bragging. I don't think that's a good thing. I'm not happy about that for him, but he's not a player you can put on the pitch. So you can't take, our best defender who's always injured and another injury and another player with no ACL. At the moment, Maguire, Euro, De Ligt all start for Chelsea. And it's not like, without question, you could put Luke Shaw in there. Luke Shaw would start as a center back for Chelsea right now, and he'd still be your best center back. So when the gap is that big, that's facts. Like, Luke Shaw's actually a good left center back. He's not good at a fullback anymore, but as a center back, he's fine. And I think when we look at your defense, there's no other way to explain why a team who plays with as much possession as you do, who play the style of football you do, concede as much as you do. I'm sorry, that goal against Sunderland was absolutely. I've never United have not allowed a goal like that this year. Our most of the time with our central defenders and with our defense, the problem was, and it's been proven so far, was our keeper. That was the biggest problem we had. So as our keeper continues to get more comfortable and you see it keep going, I don't even think you can compare our center backs. I think that's where you completely fall flat. The midfield, 100%. You've got Caicedo, you've got Enzo Fernandes. I think that's a really good double pivot. I do think that's a strong midfield. I still think Bruno's better than any attacking midfielder you have, but that's a completely.
He's better than Cole. He's better than Cole.
I take Bruno over Cole Palmer, 100%. 100%.
You're just saying exactly. You see,
there's no
this is all I know, and then he's gonna say, "Oh,
so why would you take Palmer over?
Watch the games."
Okay, hold on. Yeah,
so this is what I'm gonna tell you real quick. Decision making. Bruno, he doesn't have the decision making Cole Palmer has. He doesn't. When it comes to football, football IQ, Cole Palmer clears him, and it's not even close. Bruno Fernandes will go for some of the most ridiculous. He goes for highlights. You could watch Bruno play and you could tell he goes for highlights a lot of the time. And that's a big grievance that a lot of the Man United fans have with him. They have that. He just tries to look good when he plays. He actually tries to look good when he plays. Now, let me wait. I'm not done. Let me finish. I'm not done. So when it comes to the center back pairings, I'm not gonna lie. I understand why y'all are looking down on the center back pairings because this manager, what he's been doing, he's just been going off of our oldest center backs, even though they're just not at the level to be playing week in, week out. Chalobah, wait, am I lagging?
A little bit.
Am I lagging?
You're good.
Okay, yeah. Chalobah and Tosin, they shouldn't even be starting week in and week out, to be honest. And it's sad, but the best center back we have right now is Joshua Chimpong. He's literally our best center back. Joshua Chimpong is our best center back. And someone I would pair with him, it wouldn't even be Tosin or Chalobah. It wouldn't even be Tosin or Chalobah. I would try to get Fofana in there as much as possible. I understand he's injury prone, but when he comes in, he doesn't drop his level. It's like Reece James. Reece James has been injured so many times, but whenever Reece James comes back into the team, he is clearly one of the best right backs in the league. Not even on the team, in the league. So that's why I don't mind you guys trying to dump on the center backs we have right now. And that's why I was so shocked that you said that Luke Shaw could walk into the team because Luke Shaw's not getting there over Fofana when Fofana's fit.
But he's not there.
Getting there
over
Chimpong when the chap. So
he's not there.
Fofana's healthy. Fofana is healthy. We're just nursing him. Fofana's healthy. We're nursing him. We're like drip feeding him games, drip feeding him minutes. Because like what we've been saying, these players are injury prone, so you got to drip feed them and wait for them to get their body right back and all of that stuff. When it comes down to it, that's why I said the defense is comparable, because when we have our best center back pairing in, we're a way different team. And Hussam, he knows this. Joshua Chimpong locked up the best striker in the Prem. I didn't see Isak. I know what Isak was doing against Joshua Chimpong.
Well, he hasn't faced Holland yet, so cool off.
So let's go.
He hasn't faced
Bruno.
He hasn't faced Holland yet.
You know what? Holland's a good shout. I'm a whole lot. That's a good shout.
Let's go back to the Bruno versus Palmer thing here, because Palmer had one great season. He had one great season. And I've watched Palmer, and Palmer's best position for me when I watch him is actually playing out wide. That's when he does his best work. And anybody here can stop me if I'm wrong on that. But Palmer's best moments have all come from him playing out wide. So when I say that Bruno's a better cam, I'm considering them when they both play cam. That's what I'm talking about. When they both play in that position that sometimes Palmer gets put in. Bruno is without a doubt. It is not even close. When you say things like, oh, he has no IQ, he just plays Hollywood balls. Yes, under other managers, 100%. He has done that. But as soon as Amarim came in and said, hey, I don't want you to do that all the time. I want you to just play, football, like play with the ball sometimes, hold the ball, make the right pass. He's completely changed his game. So when we talk about IQ, a player who can go from playing cam, who can play false nine, who can play deep in an 8, that's football IQ. He's able to play anywhere on the pitch where anybody asks him, and he still is one of the highest creators in the league when you drop him deep, when you put him forward. It doesn't matter where he plays. Bruno's output alone is not even close. And I get it. People are like, oh, it's just Hollywood ball. Like, I don't know where we've come to be in this world where it's like a high creator gets slagged for being good at creating, because that's what he does. He's one of the best creators in the entire league and has been for years. It's not even close. So I understand when people are like, oh, Cole Palmer is nice to look at in the eyes. He is not returned at all, basically, this year when he was healthy. At the end of the day, for me, I don't think there's a comparison with those two players at the cam. I think Palmer is a superior winger for sure when he's playing on the wing. If Maresca puts him back and plays on the wing, sure. But head to head as a cam, like, that's just the Bruno hate, and I'll always stand on it. Like, Bruno is without a doubt a better player than Cole Palmer at this moment in their careers. At this moment, until Cole Palmer shows us again, if Cole Palmer does what he did last year, and he does it this year, cool.
Oh my god!
But we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it.
Cole Palmer at the 10, he has given us really great performances, really high level performances.
Yeah, but not more than
I remember that game against Brighton when he gave us 10.
Jaco, just stop. Here's the problem.
What?
When we're discussing and you're laughing at their opinion, it was without debunking it, is actually, I think this is when I think people lose arguments, actually. Here is the reality. Bruno Fernandes, as much as we don't like,
talking about
but as much as we don't like, yes, because you laughed at their opinion as that opinion is invalid completely, right? If Man United can say that Bruno Fernandes has been consistent for the club for 4 or 5 years, right? He has been consistent. Cole Palmer has had a magnificent season. I might take Cole Palmer ahead of Bruno Fernandes, but I think there is a conversation to be had about consistency. Because me and Osam went through this with you on MHF about the number of open play chances that he created. Not open play goals, because open play goals he had 1. Open play chances that he created in the league in the second half of last season. And I remember me and Osam did it. It was like 6 for a whole half a season. Only 6 chances created in the second half of the season. You know, that is pretty dull for one of the best 10s out there, right? I'm not here saying that Cole Palmer is a bad player, but consistency is very important part of football player. It's the reason why Salah gets like, oh my God, 9 years of consistency. Now you go ahead, Jacob. I just wanted to put this out there.
Okay, good. All right. When it comes down to, because I was about to get into all of that, I was about to break it down, but all right. When it comes to Cole Palmer, and like I said, his decision making as an attacking player is just miles better than Bruno. Miles better than Bruno. Right now, we're seeing Bruno actually hold back on certain passes and not try to play like the Hollywood football like Cam was just saying. But the fact that we have to tell Bruno to do that shows the IQ already. You don't have to tell Cole to do that when he had all the freedom in the world. Cole knew which passes to pick out and which passes to not play at his tender age. No one had to tell Cole that. It was already ingrained in Cole's football DNA, which passes to pick out, and he could pick out the best of passes. He can pass just as good as Bruno Fernandes. And he can score just as good as Bruno Fernandes. I was seeing him take apart some of the best defenses in the league consistently. We saw what Cole did in that game against Brighton. Now, Brighton may not be the best defense in the league. But 4 goals in a half. We're just going to act like that's human. We're going to act like that's normal.
I agree. Yes, I agree with you, bro. I actually agree with you. I agree with you.
Let me finish my point. Yeah, it was 1 game, but that just shows what he could look like at his best. That just shows what he looked like at his best. Yes, he's a young player, so inconsistency is gonna come with young players. That's why everyone looks at Chelsea as crazy when Chelsea's investing on all these young players, is because, man, how are you gonna get these guys to be consistent? How are you gonna get these guys to deliver when you need them in the business end of the season? And we're doing something like this for the first time in football history, so no one really knows how that's gonna go. But at the end of the day, when I look down at it, yes, Cole Palmer had a drop off, and yes, Bruno had like months of when he was like just being a really great creator. But who am I taking right now on my team? It's Cole. Yes. It's not even close. It's Cole, because Cole, at the end of the day as well, Cole had created so much chances for Jackson and so much chances for what's his name? Madueke. And these guys would just, when you give them the ball, they would just either waste it, send it into the stands, or they would just give a bad pass. They would give a bad pass back.
So by that logic, though,
so a lot of the chances that Cole would create would be wasted.
That's fine, but by that logic, it's cool. I hear you on wasted chances. I had Garnacho, Rasmus Højlund, and and Xerxes as my front 3 last year. Like, if we're talking about, like, again, I'm gonna rebuke based on what you've said. So by that logic, you're just saying, like, well, if we had better attackers in front of him, he would be better, X, Y, and Z. And it's like, the whole point that I was making, and you kind of went back, you're like, oh, Cole had this amazing game against Brighton. But the fact is, he has not been able to hold consistency, which is such an important part of being a top player. Marcus Rashford, one of my favorite players, period, at the end of the day, got slagged off when he would go 25 goals and then down to 5 or 6. Like, this is what was happening, and he was never considered a top player because of that. I'm saying the same thing Cole Palmer is staring right down the barrel at. If he has a poor season this year, he has to have a great season next year, or it's just going to be he had one good season. You cannot say that about Bruno Fernandes. Nobody can objectively say that Bruno Fernandes has ever been a one player, a moment player, or any of that. We all forget when he first came to the league, he dragged United to top 4. It was an insane performance, something we've never seen before. If we're going to talk about Cole Palmer's year, Bruno had that year already. But know what he did? He kept it going. Even as the team kept going down, he kept going. Your team, as it's going down right now, because the fact is, the team that Palmer was in before was better than the team that we're seeing now. That's just facts. So until we see Palmer be the guy who can literally elevate that team, score goals. So Bruno, when his teammates weren't scoring goals, know what he did? He scored them himself. This is the difference in talismans, right?
I'm gonna answer that question.
Players against each other, and until we see Cole Palmer do what Bruno has done for years, I can't sit here and say I would rather Cole Palmer, because that would be disingenuous to what I've watched for 4 years of Bruno Fernandes. That is my point. It's like, I understand people. I don't even get mad when people say I'd rather Cole Palmer right now. I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying objectively, I cannot look at the two players and say that's the player I would.
Let me rebuttal that. You just said
I need to do super chats after this, please, guys, because we can't keep you here. We can't keep you here for like the next 5 hours.
You said he dragged you guys from being trash. Well, he dragged us from 12th to being 6th. That's what I expect him to do. That's what he does. Now we have a better attack now, and we're waiting for him to come back. I can't do anything about him being injured. No one can do anything about him being injured.
Bruno always plays. Keep that in mind. Always plays.
I mean, he always plays.
Availability is best. Availability is best ability. You guys know.
All right, yeah.
Here we go. One of the things that people talk about Caicedo is that he's available all the time. So it's part of.
Okay, let me finish. So when it comes down to it, it's like this is like his first injury. So I'm not really stressing about this Cole Palmer injury. You're saying he's going to be out for a long time. He's coming back at the end of this month. He's expected to be back before the Barcelona game. So he's going to be back really soon. And at the end of the day too, when we're going to look at it, you said you want him to be consistent for the next couple of years. He's going to be consistent for the next couple of years. He has everything in his arsenal to be consistent for the next couple of years. He has a better striker. He has a better winger, and he has a lot of synergy with these new attackers. So it's all you're going to see. I don't if the debate is we have to see him now, I'm going to step back and say,
if the debate ends,
these guys.
Okay, if the debate ends of like we will see, that is fine. Okay, let me do this. Some of Qarabag players were really good, yeah? Some of the Qarabag players looked very good. One of them actually slagged off Chelsea and said, for 2 billion, I expected way tougher game. And I think that is actually crazy to say. So Chelsea didn't smoke Spurs since only 1 goal, right? Did you guys smoke Spurs, Jeko?
I didn't say
it's a yes or no question. Say yes or no question. Say yes or no question. Really.
I don't consider that smoked. I don't consider that smoked.
All right.
I don't consider that smoked.
Fair enough. CFC Stevie, Chelsea Stevie Wonder can't see the light if it smacks him in the face. London is red. I think if Chelsea, I'm going to tell you something, guys. Allah, to be honest with you. I'm just saying this for all the Chelsea and Arsenal, everyone, Sam and Cam and Kelk and myself. If Chelsea don't beat Arsenal at Stamford Bridge, I think it will be doomsday for Chelsea. I'm being completely honest.
If that happens.
Like I'm being completely honest. After all this talk about our midfield is better than this is that. If you don't beat Arsenal, right? I think it's doomsday. I swear to God, it's doomsday.
You also have to look at who Chelsea's played and what games they played well in and who they beat, right? Like that, I think strength of schedule matters, and that's something that Chelsea had a very easy strength of schedule. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong here, but they had a very
they're the easiest actually as of now. They're the easiest.
United did not, and at the end of the day, against the big teams, United showed up. The question was, will we show up against the small teams? We're starting to. Chelsea, I'm waiting for it now because Chelsea showed up against big teams. So if you don't beat, say again.
So Liverpool is not a big team?
Yeah, but that's the only team. Like Man United played City, Arsenal, and Liverpool already. And Chelsea.
Didn't they lose to City?
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is you played them. It's not about playing or not playing. The thing about it is that,
and out of all those teams, City's the only team that made us look bad. By the way, out of all the teams we played in the big top,
like Jaco, it has nothing to do with like Chelsea and Spurs and Man United the same points. That despite how easy the Chelsea games were and how tough the Man United games were, they won. They didn't win. That's a different story, right? But at the end, in this part of the season, they already got the 4 teams out of the way. You only had one, and Man United. United can't get a haircut for their kid.
Yeah, it's not happening this year. We ain't winning 5 straight.
Yeah, poor guy.
It's not.
That was crazy though. To say 5 straight.
It's not happening.
The guy giving North American fans a bad drip. I don't think so. To be honest with you, I disagree with you. Like people just have their energy, and we're all friends here. This is nothing personal, and people just don't understand this. We talk to each other outside of YouTube.
You have to watch me more to understand. Like I didn't mean any. It's just when I get aggro, it's who I am. So
and I don't think Jacob is any disrespect at all. It's just it's like, just a football to talk.
If you feel disrespected by that, then
I'm not. I don't feel any disrespect. I didn't attack anybody's character. I didn't say anything crazy.
And also, there are people that talk. There are people that talk slower. There are people that get talk like loud. There are like it depends. Like people are different.
One little point though. One little point. Man United did finish 15th last season. So where was the consistency from Bruno then? That's all.
Oh yeah, we were trash last year. I mean, we were completely
before. Yes,
fair to put that out there.
Very fair. Before season starts, we got top 4 money. We got Chelsea money. Dodgers won the World Series. After season starts, our sporting directors, our UEFA restrictions. Brain dead, fam.
I hate the Dodgers.
Fuck the Dodgers.
That's football, man. That's
Fuck
football,
bro.
Love that. Big up,
No, I completely forgot that motherfucker owns the Dodgers. Fuck the Dodgers, man.
Effie, thank you so much for the empty
Dodgers.
super chat. Thank you so much for the empty super chat. Shout out to the Chelsea fan. He reverts, cooked y'all. Big up my man. See, opinions differ. Big up.
Jacob Jordan.
Guys, Jacob's channel in the description. So guys, who are Chelsea without Roman? What are we doing?
Wait,
He's not the owner anymore.
Bro,
We're gonna
I
see.
get it.
I'm gonna get back to you guys after that because let's be honest, Roman got taken from the club without even wanting to go. That's a good point to make as well. Okay. That's war tax.
We're spending even more money without Roman.
Basically, you spent more money without Roman. So, Sam, Chelsea fans, I think worse than Arsenal and Man United fans?
Nope. No one is worse than a happy Man United fan. Doesn't exist.
Good.
Happy Man United fans are the worst by far.
Allah, I think
the whole platform.
We haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen it.
The world, YouTube,
the world
social
is a
media
better
are
place
not ready for Man United being good. Not ready. You all are not ready.
Ain't nobody ready for that.
Like this is gonna be a completely different YouTube world. You think Arsenal fans are annoyed? Just wait. This Chelsea fans talking about Man United and Ferguson legacy. Fun fact: without Roman, Chelsea will be like Everton. Come on, you're gonna. I don't think he will be.
I'm not gonna deny that.
He never denied this. Fair enough for Dzeko. He never actually said otherwise. He never said, without Roman, we're bigger than this and that. He never said that. Thank God you started talking about football. We had a very good football conversation for the last 30 minutes. Some of these footy debates dissolve into those playground arguments we had. Football analysis is the day. Let me tell you guys something, Kenneth. It's good to have a mix. Sometimes cooking and having banter and stuff like this, and also having football conversation. If we turn into journalists here and only had, you guys wouldn't be entertained. If we sit here and just be journalists and just relay information, you guys wouldn't be entertained. It's good to have both. Go ahead.
Yeah. And that's just not the type of fan I am. I'm not just the guy that's going to be super analytical or be a history book for you to sit down and just bring up all these history statements from back in the 90s or the breakdown. Oh, the Gegenpress.
Read the history book for you.
No, bro. I'm a passionate fan. I like to argue, talk smack. Like that's the type of fan I am. So, everyone has their.
Yeah, that's why we get you on. We like that 100%.
Yeah. Is this the irrational league? The takes I don't think that takes for a while at all.
This ain't called the Rational League, Kenneth. You've stumbled along the wrong stream to begin with.
Tomorrow, Kenneth. The Rational League is tomorrow. This is
We
not
can't
the
have a
Rational
Rational
League.
League with Kel. I'm just joking, Kel. Relax. I'm just joking. Just joking.
I have been on that show before. Only once.
Fairs.
You see that
Only
caveat?
once
Only
though.
once.
Maybe
Anyway,
that's maybe
I
that
want to
explains
thank
it all.
everyone that joined us, guys. We got another show for you later, 8 p.m. UK time, with ads and Ledge, Bay Ledge Sport, of course. I want to thank Jaco Jordan in the description. Fantastic Chelsea fan. Appreciate you. A true City fan, Kelk's channel. Don Osam, of course, if you haven't watched Don Osam, you're living under the rock, of course. And she knows Arsenal as well in the description. So I want to thank everyone that supported us. Hit that like button. We're actually only 25 likes away from the 300 like mark that we like to get live on live shows. Hit that like button before you go. I will see you guys later today, and we're out of here.
Bye, guys.